Okay, bismillah, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, I want to give you guys my other IT tutorial. For now, it's about smart parking. Okay, so I will give you guys for the code. So as you can see, you can go to your make code, and then you can go to the logic. You can see here, you just click the logic, and then you drag this if true then else. You drag it and then put inside the forever like this. Then you can just duplicate this thing because we need two. We will use two. So I will explain you guys for the for the things that we need to use. So there is two servo, and then there is two IR sensor, infrared. So we need use two code. If then we copy like this. Okay, now we go to the important thing. So we go to advanced, and then you can just click pins, and then you will take this digital read pin 0, and then you go to the logic again, and you need to take this 0 equals 0. You drag it and then put inside the true, this one like this. After that, you drag this digital read pin and put inside on the first 0, this one. So you put digital read pin 0 here, and then you not put anything here. Okay, after that, we go to the pin again, and then we take this servo right pin. We drag it and put inside if. Sorry. So we put like this. Nice. Okay, so this is the important one. Example, you want to put your infrared sensor on pin 12, example. So what is this code for? This digital read pin, it's for check your IR sensor, is it on or off. Example, you want to put your IR sensor on pin 12, example. So we need to change the pin 0 to pin 12. So later, if we turn this on, later this code will read the digital read pin 12 equals 0. If the if the IR sensor is 0 for the digital, that means it's on. So if the IR sensor on, servo right pin what? Example, you want to put your servo to pin 5. So if the IR sensor on, servo right pin 5 to 180. This we change to 90 because we want to open the gate like parking. You know parking is open about 90 degrees, right? So we like this. And then else, that means if the ER sensor didn't detect something, so the servo will close. So we can just duplicate this thing, and then we click duplicate, and then we put inside the else like this, and then we change this 90 to 0. So I will explain you guys one more. Digital read pin 12. So this code will read the ER sensor if it's on or off. If the ER sensor detects something or on, servo right pin 5 to 90 degrees. So the servo will turn about 90 degrees. But if the ER sensor didn't detects something, or you can say off, servo write pin 5 to 0. So the servo will close the gate, or you can say go to 0 degrees. Okay, I already tried this for the prototype, but there is a little bit too fast. Yeah, example, there's a current, and then the ER sensor will detect, and then will open, and then will close again. So it's like too fast, right? So I have the solution. You can just click the basic here, then you scroll down, and then you drag this pause and put above the servo write pin 5 on the L's. And in this, I give it 5 ms, or you can say half second. So if the ER sensor detect, will open the gate, and then if it's not detect the ER sensor not detect something, he will wait about half second to let the car go inside. After that, the ER sensor will send a message to the microbit, and then the microbit will send message to the servo to close the gate again. This is quite confusing, but this is a little bit confusing. But the code it's just a little bit, but this is really important for your smart parking. Okay, for the next code, under this big giant code, the code is same, right? So we can just drag again, and then we put digital with pin, and then like this. And then, okay, I already told you there is two ER, right? The first one is for you go inside the parking, and then the second one is for you go out the parking lot. So example, this one, wait, example guys, how to like, oops, sorry, how you guys, oh, this example, this is for uh gate inside. Yeah, okay, example, this is for inside. So that means this is for we go outside, right? Wait, so like this. So we need to put the another ER sensor, but for the pin it's different, because before we already used the 12 pin 12. So example, now I will use the 13 one. For the next is same, we can just copy this thing, servo right pin, but it's different because we have two servo 2. The first one is for go inside, and then the second one is for outside. Example, I want to use I want to use the outside pin, example 6. So we need to change the 6. And then for the else one, it's same. We can just duplicate this pause. This is still same. And then don't forget we copy this thing. Then you must really careful, because this is pin 6. Of course, we change this to pin 6 too. Then for the smart parking code, it's done. It's quite simple, but you need to use your mind because it's really confused. So you can just use your huge logic. Okay, maybe I will explain you guys one more time. So forever is for looping. And then if digital with pin 12, if the ER sensor on the pin 12 detects something, servo write pin to pin 5, servo on the pin 5 turn 90 degrees, so the servo will open the gate. But if the ER sensor doesn't detect something, pause for half second, so to let the car go inside the parking lot, and then servo right pin 5, so servo on the pin 5 will turn 0 degrees, or you can say go back to close it again. And then for the bottom one, still same, digital read pin 13, so the ER sensor on the pin 13 will read if if it if the ER sensor detects something, the servo right pin on 6 on servo pin 6 will go to 90 degrees, open the gate again. But if it doesn't detect something, pause for a half second to let the car go through, and then servo right pin 6, servo on the pin 6 will go to 0 degrees, or you can say will close the gate again. Okay, I think this is for the smart parking code tutorial, because the code is not really long, but this is quite hard to explain, so you guys need to learn a lot for this project, but it's okay, I will help you guys for the next time. Okay, I think that's all from me. I hope this tutorial will be meaningful for everyone. I hope all of you guys can I hope all of you guys can know what I explained today. Dan last saya, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.